As a country known to aim for the stars or dream big, Nepal has taken note of some of its socio-economic and infrastructural problems by facing them head-on. This is why it started with the National Pride Project. This project aims to amplify the common people's identity while improving their quality of life in all aspects. However, as much as these projects are set to change the lives of the 30 million people who call the landlocked country home, there are some murmurs of discontent among the people as they doubt how many of these projects will be followed up on to the point of completion. Let's look at some intriguing projects the government of Nepal is set to embark on. With any luck, these projects will be completed in the coming years. Katmandu-Terai Expressway. Looking to improve the lives and conditions of the people of Nepal, the government embarked on this project to ease the commute of the people living in Kathmandu, which also happens to be the largest city in South Asia. The hope is that constructing this 76-kilometer-long expressway, which is known as the Katmandu-Terai Expressway or Fast Track, would shorten the distance traveled from Kathmandu to Nijad, a territory in the southern region of Nepal, by 193 kilometers, which will help commuters by shortening the journey by more than 4 hours. Of this 76-kilometer road, it's been reported that 55.5 kilometers of the highway will be made up of normal roads, while about 10.59 kilometers will be made of bridges. The remaining 6.41 kilometers will be made up of tunnels, which are considered the most complicated parts of this project. Originally projected to be completed by September 2021, the Nepal Army undertook the project. However, as it stands, the expressway's completion is now projected for 2024. But as we hear that only about 16.1% of the bridge has been completed by the middle of 2021, we're not sure we can bank on that date right now. One of the most controversial causes of this doubt is a hiatus that is being observed because of some controversy in the selection of consultancy firms by the Nepal Army. Due to a leak in the selection criteria, the Nepal Army has halted the process so that it can probe into what happened. With any luck, problems like these won't stop the Nepal Army from reaching its ultimate target, making the lives of those hoping to ride on that brand new highway easier and better. East-West Railway. Dissatisfied with making travel easier for its people by building the Katmandu-Terai Expressway, the Nepalese government embarked on the East-West Railway Line project so that it could create a route from the eastern Indo-Nepal border of Kakarbita to the western Indo-Nepal border of Kanchanpur. Also known as the Meki-Mahakali Railway, this upcoming project is set to make the longest railway line in Nepal with its 945.244-kilometer-long railway line. The government decided to embark on this project in 2007, and although it began in 2008, several issues have brought continued delays to the project. For example, the proposed railway line route was planned to pass through the Chitwan National Park, the first national park in Nepal. It also just happens to be a World Heritage Site. No railway line would pass through here without any controversy, as its construction would threaten the rare and common wildlife in the area. As a result, the route has been widely criticized, and UNESCO has rejected the project so far. Some progress continues, as about 70 kilometers of the initial track bed has been laid across the Barbados-Nijad section. With more than $3 billion already invested in the project and more to come, many believe they will complete it. Only time will tell exactly how the East will connect with the West. Budhi Gandaki hydroelectric project. Another project that is considered to change the lives of the Nepalese people is the Budhi Gandaki hydroelectric project, a proposed hydroelectric power plant that the Nepal Electricity Authority is developing. Considered the largest hydropower project in Nepal, the Budhi Gandaki hydroelectric project is estimated to produce 1,200 megawatts of energy thanks to its 6 turbines, each with 200 megawatt nameplate capacity. Considered to cost about $2.59 billion to complete, it was estimated that the reservoir-based hydroelectric project would be completed by 2028, with the hopes that it would generate about 3,383 gigawatt-hours per year. However, various problems have ensured that this completion date will be impossible. For starters, the project struggled to get funding because it was seen to be less favorable and more expensive to complete than the 635-megawatt Dudh Koshi hydroelectric project in the middle of 2019. However, by the end of 2019, the Budhi Gandaki hydroelectric project received $300 million in funding from taxes retrieved from infrastructure taxes on petroleum product imports. As encouraging as this funding might be, the authorities still have to deal with the internal and external consequences of embarking on this project. For example, it is expected that the nearly 50-kilometer large, 45-kilometer long reservoir that the dam will generate is set to displace nearly 50,000 people. While the Nepalese government is trying to relocate those people, it is receiving troubling news from India, worried that if the dam ever fails, it will put the people of Bengal and Bihar at risk. Then there are those in the fishing industry who are worried that the dam will block the migration of many fish, harming the fishing industry. Then, other environmental problems would do a lot of harm to Nepal's topography, as it could lead to many floods and landslides in the hills of Darjeeling and Gorkha. One would wonder if this dam will bring more harm than good. Sikta irrigation project. This so-called agricultural movement began in 2006 and is believed to be Nepal's largest irrigation project. The river intake is planned to be in the Rapti River, located in the western region of Nepal. Made of two canals, the one in the western section being 45.25 kilometers long and the other in the eastern section being 53 kilometers long, it is said that so far 60% of this project has been completed, a far cry from a good number of Nepal's national pride projects. Maybe it's because this project was scouted as far back as 1980 by the Lehmeyer International GmbH from Germany. Following a feasibility study by the German company, the Nepalese government, along with the Irrigation Development Program of the EU, declared that this project was not a bad idea. With a target to irrigate 42,000 hectares of land in the Bank district, CTC Kalika Joint Venture PVT Limited was contracted to construct this amazing mega project. However, despite coming so far, the project has not been without incident. In the past, several tests have caused or revealed damage in multiple canal sections. Furthermore, accusations of corruption have resulted in claims being lodged by the National Commission for Investigation of Abuse of Authority, CIAA, against Bikram Pandey, the former Minister-in-Chief of Kalika Construction, over the sum of 2 billion Nepalese rupee. Hopefully, these problems will be solved so that this irrigation project will be completed before the end of the decade. The same goes for the other 20-plus projects the Nepalese government has set its sights on. With any luck, they can overcome all these problems to achieve the National Pride project and make the lives of its citizens easier.